Hello, my name is José Miguel, and I am the new postdoctoral researcher at the Research Center here at the Lithuanian Music and Theatre Academy. I am starting my new research project on the cultural life of the Lithuanian diaspora in the South American countries, especially the Hispanic-speaking countries. My main task here is to approach their musical and theatrical and in general cultural activities during especially the interwar period, starting on the 30s to around the 1950s. My first surprise when starting to approach the topic was the quantity of materials that we can actually find. There is lots of digitalized journals that different Lithuanian research centers dedicated to the diaspora have already digitalized. And there are also many documents in Lithuanian museums that many Lithuanians donated afterwards to museums in Lithuania when they were able to come back. For instance, we can remark Vytautas Dorelis from Uruguay. He came back to the country in 1992 and made a donation to the museum in Šiauliai. So we have lots of programs, for instance, of different cultural activities that were going on there because of these donations. We can see that they created lots of societies. And these were dedicated to different purposes, but also aligned in different ideologies. So we can find some nationalist societies, some others that were linked to the Catholic movements, and some other to different political ideas. And it's also interesting to see how they evolve in time. Initially, during the interwar period, they were different and they were acting in parallel. And in many occasions, you could not be a member of different societies at the same time. And during World War II, we can find that these societies tend to merge and they tend to unify. And folk practices, and especially folk songs and dances, are not a mark of identity or a purpose of entertainment anymore, but they start functioning as a political element. Through these kind of activities also they were ensuring that the different governments in South America aligned with their ideological views, which was the not recognizing the legalization of the occupation of Lithuania. So the Lithuanian journals and activities, events, societies also played a relevant role in the international recognition of the Lithuanian Republic during this period. We can see one of the interesting things about the diaspora in South America is that throughout the generations they have kept this very conscious Lithuanian identity in their minds. So they still, to the present, they practice and they are part of these amateur societies dedicated to music and dance, even if their Lithuanian roots trace back a few generations in the past. Another further step of the research project will be actually traveling there to see if the South American museums and archives have any of these materials, or if there are still some heirs of these original Lithuanians that still hold some of these materials. Well, one of the main concerns that I could think of was that most of these kind of documents are usually owned by the families. It's not as easy to find them on museums or public institutions because these were popular activities, and usually it was the people that were organizing them were the ones that were keeping the documents. So thanks to some of these kind of donations, we can find some of these documents.